first up, we have Ace of Spades. Um, it's C tier for PvE.
The the
IMO.
hunter's wet dream.
I, for me, Ace of Spades is C tier for PvE. It's okay because Firefly's
Oh,
fine.
this is PvE.
What was that?
This is PvE.
This is PvE.
Okay.
So, for me, Ace of Spades, C tier.
You're not bringing it into a dungeon, day one raid or anything like that. You're not bringing
No.
it into a GM. It's a
I'll
fun exotic PvE for bottom tier activities, things that
I
you're
will
not going to be too stressful
take it
in.
into patrol anywhere other than Niamuna on a warlock with the chroma with the funny chess piece.
Still really solid hand cannon.
Yeah, but it's just exotic Fatebringer, but worse. I hate that
Okay.
sentence. All right, next up,
Yeah, I
Agriceptor.
have 4 ornaments for that thing, by the way.
Agriceptor is A tier.
Oh, dude, that thing for some reason melts right now.
It has intrinsic overload and unstop, correct?
Yes. It's
And
basically a better upgrade version of Chill Clip.
it also just does
Only
a crap load of damage right now and is really funny with the current seasonal artifact.
Well, it's not Chill Clip. It's more like you kill something, they shatter into ice and freeze anything nearby. So,
It's more
yes
like you
and no.
shoot
Like
something and then it explodes in freezy.
Stasis Firefly, but on kills.
Yeah.
Stasis Incandescent.
All right. We have another one that I'm thinking is A tier, Anarchy. It's
Um,
got really high total damage. It's usable in a lot of different rotations, and it's been used in almost every day one raid since it came out and day one dungeon since it came out. Or not since it
hold
came
on.
out, but for like the last year or so.
Memory is bad. Anarchy is
Sticky
what?
grenade launcher that does lightning shit.
Oh, the one where they have for some reason moving target on it.
Yeah, that's its PvP perk.
Oh, dumb.
But anyway, so I'm thinking A tier for that. Specifically because of its use in Sunder Doctrine right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we have one that just makes me sad because of its fall from grace. Arby's.
It's still really good.
It's still C tier. It still gets
You don't
outshadowed by basically everything that does the same thing.
you don't want disruption break on a kinetic weapon?
Didn't say I didn't want it. Doesn't change the fact that it's complete garbage for ad clear. It's complete garbage for single target damage, and it gets outperformed by legendary snipers.
Its only purpose was to screw over barrier champions and maybe chunky enemies with shields. This was back when we had match game.
Which no longer
So
exists.
thank
The
fuck, by the
lack
way.
match what's it called? Match game?
Yeah.
The lack of that in the game now makes Arbalest completely null and void.
Dude, this thing, match game existed. This thing was in like everyone's rotation and everyone's loadouts. Now
Yeah.
that's gone, thankfully.
Now that that's
Uh,
gone, Wishender exists. And it does the exact same thing, but as primary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, RB.
Alright, next up we got
But
Bad Juju.
weirdly okay, but I'm not bringing it into anything higher than like, say, a Nightfall that you can't matchmake in.
So I'm going B tier. I did use it on day one Vespers for
For I
first
want build.
encounter. A Nova Bomb spam build on
I could see that, yeah.
day
That
one
build
Vespers
is
for just completely ripping the Briggs apart. Like I was having like 4 or 5 Nova bombs popped out every 3 or 4 minutes. Like I
that build
was.
is kind of funny. It
It
really is
is.
funny.
If only they buffed base Nova bomb again.
Eh,
All right, so I'm thinking B tier for that. Thoughts?
go ahead.
Next up, this is an A tier pick for me. Bastion.
I agree. That thing completely destroys everything in its path. It is a shredder of a weapon now.
It is used in a lot of different speed runs for different strats, though it has been slightly power crept by Acquire of One and Lord of Wolves. Um,
But you forget it's now basically a boss damage weapon now, especially if you got the triple melee surge, mainly on Warlock.
yeah. So
This
overall,
thing is
really good
that thing
weapon,
is just
but
ballistically good.
it's really good right now. It's been good for about a year now. It was used in the world's first solo two-phase hunter rotation for Vesper's host final boss. I know way too much random shit. Anyway, uh,
Yes, you do.
but overall, really good weapon. It's been good for a while now. Kind of a sleeper pick.
It's also Kaka before Kaka.
Anyway, next up, our
Am I wrong?
first entry into the D tier, Black Talon.
Get that shit either there or lower. I don't want to
D tier is
see
the
that.
lowest tier that I have on here. I have S, A, B, C, D.
You don't have F tier?
I mean, with how
Make an F tier.
it doesn't need an F tier. Things are fairly
Yes,
consolidated as it is. Fine,
no.
fine, you freaking loser.
We have legendaries that do the same shit.
Fine, Black Talon, F tier.
Thank you.
All right, another one for the F tier, Borealis.
Yeah.
You were trying to find an argument, weren't you?
No, I was trying. My brain was trying to link what it was, and then I remembered. Oh yeah, that's the gun I grinded on for some reason when I was a blueberry.
Like, if they were to make it so that its different fire modes could access
It
elemental
has,
verbs, like
it has
the
such a good like ornament for it
yeah,
too.
but like if they could make it so the solar shot did like incandescent and the arc shot had jolting feedback and the void shot had destabilizing rounds, I could kind of see it for like some GM speed run situations. But as
I would
is, it
I would
just
make it to where if you landed 2 crits with this weapon on the element that it is, it would cause an elemental explosion.
I vibe with that. Anyway, another entry into the A tier,
Oh,
Buried
that would
Bloodline.
go crazy.
Thoughts?
What?
Our next entrance into the A tier, Buried Bloodline. Devour on command on any subclass, on any class.
You know, normally I would say yes. However, it's just it's the worst of all the rocket sidearms. It really is. In
No,
terms of
it's not.
performance. In
The
terms of
call is
performance,
so much worse.
you're gonna get such heat for that.
I don't care. The call is the worst rocket sidearm in the game. Bite me.
Shoot, Twitter's gonna play at you. Twitter's gonna have a day with you, dude.
Well, no, let's think about this.
That or
Let's
Facebook.
like let me let me break this down, okay? Tanasha's can currently stun all three champion types. When anti-barrier sidearm is gone, it can still stun two, just because chill clip exists on it. Aberrant
And
action,
still stun barriers if you got radiant.
yeah, but again, aberrant action has heal clip and incandescent and the best origin trait that we have on any rocket sidearm in the game, and it's not even close.
Is the add clear machine rocket sidearms?
Lotus Eater has access to repulsive brace, destabilizing rounds, and reconstruction,
This
which are three disgustingly
save
good perks to have in any combination together.
the save your skin rocket sidearm. It's also got the Vanguard origin trait, which with destabilized rounds will heal you, and if you're on void, can have access to devour.
Doesn't it also have wildcard, or is that a different gun?
I think that's a different gun. I don't know about wildcard. I don't even remember what wildcard does.
When you get a kill, it drops the sub munitions on the ground that can blow up and hit other things.
Oh no, it does not have that. No, it has the stunning recovery and the Vanguard origin trait. That's it.
I thought the Vanguard weapons had three. Anyway, and
Oh.
then Indebted Kindness has freaking Volt Shot, which, while not the best in any means as far as add clear perks or anything, you still get a kill and then you can stun overloads no matter what the artifact is. On top of that, it's just all around a decent weapon.
One of the most fun weapons I've ever got was an Undead Kindness with Impulse Volt Shot, and I was just pop reload, pop reload. It was fun. It was just like
And it gets lead from gold, which is one of the best
yes.
ammo economy perks in the game.
Yeah, I honestly don't use lead from gold that much. I have it on like one weapon. That's the Cartesian I got in Lost.
I mean,
I didn't lose it. I got it in Season of the Lost.
I don't use it too much anymore, just because the artifact very heavily favors you just spamming finishers for ammo. But either way, like all
We're
around
getting
good setup.
sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked. Buried Bloodline.
But yeah, Buried Bloodline, 100 times better. Like I would say it's probably the third best quote unquote rocket sidearm that we have access to. I would put it right below a Baron's Action and Tanash's.
Oh fuck.
Dude, Devour on command on any build. Like you can be a
Yes,
Banner
I
of War
understand
Titan
that.
with Devour.
Yes, high end game, I will say yes, amazing, but low end game, probably not.
Well,
But
low end game, you're also probably just going to be running shits and giggle builds, not actually meta picks or anything that's actually
yeah,
game defining.
yeah. All right, high end tier, yeah, go ahead. What B?
I put it A.
Shit. Okay.
I mean, like, no matter what your build is, you can just slap that on and it's going to perform absolutely wonderfully in endgame.
All right.
Okay, next up and entry into the D tier for me, Centrifuge.
Such a
If they gave it jolting feedback, I'd take an argument for it, but it doesn't have it, so I don't want it.
It's because it's a precision frame and they're dog shit in PvE.
Tell that to all the people farming Prosecutor right now.
That's a different story. That thing's good because it has Volt Shot and jolting feedback. I think maybe
it
I
doesn't.
don't know.
It doesn't have jolting feedback. It has Volt Shot and it has Rolling Storm.
That already makes it 10 times better. This thing does not.
Yeah, no, I know. It's better than
I
Shadow
mean,
Price though. Other than the fact it's
it,
not.
it's a blinding gun, but it's not good at what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'll have to maybe try using it again, but I don't know if I can stomach using the precision frame that it is.
All right, our next entrance into the C tier for me, Cerberus +1. All around
Yeah,
a solid workhorse, can kind of work in higher end content, but it's going to get power crept by some of the better choices.
Derpy was
And
here, he'd be screaming his head off.
well, Derpy's not here because he's I can't say that
Gone.
on I can't say that. Anyway,
He's quote unquote not here with us.
he's in New York. I'm doxing him. Anyway. Next up, for me, this is a B tier gun. Cloud Strike.
You know,
Good ad
it has
clear,
two.
really high DPS value,
Hmm,
and can fit into a lot of rotations, but it just gets overshadowed by a lot of other weapons in the meta right now.
ease of use of how to use it. Definitely more of a damage dealing weapon.
Yeah, but I mean, it can fit into plenty of different rotations, but
I
it
forgot they
also gets
both work on
substituted
this.
by like one of the more popular rotations that it's been used in the last year was the Wicked Sister, or no, the Bittersweet rotation with
I
Cascade
forgot they
Point.
put.
But
I forgot they put
yeah,
bolt charge mechanics into this thing.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right,
I want like a similar thing to be done to that one Arc Scout rifle that
symmetry.
like no one uses. Yeah.
Anyway, another one for the B tier, Cold Heart. Only for this season though.
Yeah, next season's gonna drop down to like a C.
Yeah. Enjoy Arc Warlock while you can. It's going to go back to being dog shit at the end of the season.
I don't know, but the Geomag build might stay pretty solid.
Case, the Geomag build feeds off of your bolt charges. Bolt charges are getting 150% nerf because flashover won't be in the artifact anymore.
All right. Okay.
uh, Another one for the B tier, in case you're going to know more about this gun than me, but I'm assuming B tier, Collective Obligation.
Collective obligation.
The Vow
Collect.
Pulse.
Yes, yes. So, you want to put it in B tier?
That's around where I'm thinking. The fact that you can just siphon your void debuffs and reapply them with a gun anywhere. It's fairly
Yes.
decent
So,
and stacks with like Gear Falcon shit. So
yes, the main purpose of this gun is to just siphon. It works really great if you're running a void build, mainly this Binds build that I had. But yeah, all around solid adaptive frame pulse rifle, I believe. And I hate its base model because it looks like a weird squid. Its sights take up half the screen.
you're a
And
weird squid.
okay, but yeah, siphoning and reapplying buffs works really great. It's a cool weapon.
So do you agree with B tier?
Yeah, I'm not taking this thing anywhere near like a I might take into a low tier dungeon, but not master dungeon, probably not.
All right. Here's another one for the B tier, in my opinion. This one might be controversial. Conditional Finality.
Mm,
It does
I
have
see what you're.
utility in some speed runs. It can stun unstops,
Isn't Unstop's worst nightmare?
but at the same time, we have so many ways of stunning unstops with basically
The only,
everything.
I'm gonna go with B tier as well, mainly because it's a close range weapon, and that's kind of dangerous if you're not running a close range build, which is still kind of risky.
Yeah. All right. Another one for the D tier, in my opinion, Crimson. And the
Deserved.
only reason I'm saying D tier is because its Big Brother came back.
Yep.
All right. Another one for the C tier, Cryosthesia.
Cryosthesia.
It can
That
technically
thing.
stun three. It can stun all three champion types this season.
That I'm not bringing that thing anywhere near dungeon.
That's
Maybe.
fair enough, but that doesn't change the fact that it can stun all three champion types, and that's funny.
Yeah, but it's a precision framed sidearm. Are you really gonna bring that thing in like a high end content area?
Um, I've done weirder things, and you know that.
I feel like you're just gonna be peppering something until they die.
That is exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that thing belongs in C at least.
I mean, that's where I put it. So,
Yeah.
all right, here's one for the A tier that you're probably gonna find controversial. Darcy,
In what tier?
A tier.
B tier at least.
No, after the Catalyst rework to give snipers meditation to all legendary snipers, along with how good legendary snipers are right now, I just feel like it's deserving of a spot in the A tier.
As long as it's not S.
No, it's not in the S tier. What do you think it is? Galhorn? Hint, hint.
It is the Gallahorn of snipers, I will say that, yeah.
And if it could buff Whisper, it would be in the S tier.
Oh, absolutely.
But it can't. Alright,
Nope.
next up, another one for the D tier, which this one hurts my soul. Dead Man's Tale.
It's not good in PvE.
No, it is not. Its legendary counterparts make it look like crap.
But I feel that in the Crucible, though. In the Crucible, you better watch out for that.
I'm gonna tickle you with a Dead Man's.
Oh, God.
Alright, another one for the D tier. Dead Messenger.
It's so cool and so dumb.
It's another one of those things where it's like, if they gave it elemental verbs for different uh, energy types, then it would be pretty cool. Like, Solar had Incan, Arc had Volt Shot or Jolting Feedback or Rolling Storm, or Void had Destabilizing. That would be pretty cool. But it doesn't.
You see, the thing with that weapon and like the other two elemental shifting weapons, they don't have access to them, but they have synergy with them. You know
Yeah.
what they did? The, like the reworks they did to them are okay, but only really on hard light. I use that on Gear Falcon's build and it shreds.
another one that's gonna hurt my soul. C tier for the Deathbringer.
It's a gambit weapon now. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's still technically the single highest damage per shot rocket launcher in the game. But at the same time, legendary rockets just go yee yee when you have a G horn boosting them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want them to give a catalyst where a rapid, like rapid void explosions and stuff have a chance to refund ammunition to it.
I want them to make it so that the submunitions get full damage if you direct hit something, and then track onto it, so you can just shoot mini Nova bombs. Would be broken? Maybe. Do I care? No. All right.
Is it Revent right now? No.
For the A tier, Delicate Tomb. Probably just for this season, though.
It definitely got a well-loved rework.
Yeah. All right. You're gonna hate me for this. B tier, Deterministic Chaos.
Deterministic Chaos.
I'm saying B tier. It has intrinsic barrier. It has a weaken, and it is used in some witness runs with subpar teams.
I'm sorry, didn't we just, I don't know, grind witness without it?
We did. And I also added the caveat of subpar teams.
You know, Mystic is a cool weapon. Give it 4 times and it'll be better.
If they gave it 4 times, I would put it A tier.
Absolutely.
But Bungie hates fun. Anyway.
Yep.
So, you've been ragging on me for my absolute love of this gun, and I have come to terms and will be slightly more realistic. C tier Devil's Ruin.
Thank you.
Still better than Thunderlord in my heart, though.
Thank you for finally realizing Devil's Ruin is not the god tier weapon that it is.
I never claimed it was god tier. I claimed that it was as viable as Thunderlord. But if I'm putting Deterministic Chaos as B tier, that's because I love the gun. I was coping like crazy, but I didn't say it was god tier.
You were.
All right, our first entry into the S tier, though, Divinity.
No complaints here. None.
It may have gotten nerfed, but
fuck you, Salt. By the way.
Oh my god! No, I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this. Oh, I want to get into this. Nope, we're getting into this. Okay, so Salt to Greppo did not get nerfed. It did not get nerfed because of Salt to Greppo. Anyone who claims that is coping and garbage at the game.
It's a joke, my guy.
Dragon's Breath and B tier. Thoughts? Intrinsic unstop, decent damage, stun blocks enemies.
Season of Solar, that thing was crazy.
Well, I'm 95% sure we're about to have another season of Solar. So.
I don't know. They did say, like, the things they showed, it was like Arc, Void, and Strand.
I'm still thinking that it's going to be Solar.
I'm thinking it's going to be less of, like, elemental attunement shit.
Yeah. Anyway, for the D tier, Duality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can put out some good numbers, but you're not using it that often.
Alright, for the A tier, the Titan Exotic Glaive.
Right now it's bugged where you can get the shield for free without standing in it. Or, yes, I know, was standing in it.
Uh-huh.
You can break the bubble and still get the shield, so... I'd say... What'd you put in?
A tier, because it also gives you a damage buff.
Does it really?
10%. That stacks with other damage buffs.
Yeah, I'd say you could put an A tier.
I mean, it's used in a few speed runs, specifically Kane's Fall. It's used in a lot, but it's still one of
It's more of a survivability
it is
exotic, so
still the best exotic glaive other than Winterbright and Vexcalibur.
it's a survivability exotic.
All right, I believe this is the Hunter exotic glaive, C tier,
The
and
arc one.
I think the Warlock one also goes with that.
And they did just put the subclass, the elemental synergy of destabilizing Volt and Incan on.
I'm still thinking C tier. I still don't see myself taking the Warlock or the Hunter one into the B tier, or
I will
into a
say this
GM or
as
something.
someone who now runs a glaive hunter with the Try and Vice exotics. I take Vexcalibur over the Hunter one, mainly due to the
Overshield.
concept of the build. Yeah, that and with the build I run, I get Void Overshield with Woven Mail, so I just have like face tank hunter build,
All right,
and it's funny.
another one for the S tier, Ergo Sum. Thoughts?
Sorry, huh?
S tier, Ergo Sum.
Brain no work.
Special ammo sword.
S tier?
S tier. You
Yeah,
have the Arc Conductor one
no argues.
for defensive utility. You have the Perfect Fifth caster frame that can be used in rotation with Ill Omen and deal a crapload of damage with near infinite total damage. And then you have Wolfpack Wave Frame for buffing the shit out of all of your ally swords. I think it's a
Yeah.
no-brainer S tier just for its versatility. All right. This is another one that might be controversial. A tier Ariana's.
Ariana's Vow A tier. That's crazy.
No charge time, like Wishender or Arbalest. Causes an ignition when you pop the barrier shield. And uh, all around is just a very good utility weapon and good for bursting down medium health targets at long ranges.
The, I will say this: the fact that it has auto loading for its catalyst definitely brings it up with quite a few tiers.
Yeah,
So you said A?
I said A.
Yeah.
Because, like, to be fair, we've put things like Bastion in the A tier. I use Ariana's more than I use Bastion.
Yep.
All right, another one for the A tier, Euphony.
Euphony.
The damage rotations you can do with the Cascade Point GL are absurd. It is one of the highest damage weapons in the game, and with Particle being in the season artifact, it's so good right now.
Yeah. That Cascade Point one that I ran for a while with the Sanguine
It cooks.
It destroys.
Yeah, it frickin' cooks. So good, so hard.
Did we do a test with Sanguine compared to what's that helmet?
Apotheosis. Apotheosis has higher total damage, but Apotheosis has higher burst damage when it's strictly linear to linear performance, not rotation performance. Sanguine outperforms if you add in the GL.
Yeah. If you're going for the pure linear itself, you'd go with Apotheosis, but if you're going with the GL swap, you gotta go with Sanguine.
Yeah, because tier 4 Surge with a 10% mark debuff that stacks with other buffs and debuffs is kind of absurd. Alright. For the B tier, Exteries.
I forget.
The Moth Grenade Launcher?
Oh, did you put that in D tier?
B. B is in boy.
Yeah.
It's not as good as it was last season because the artifact has changed significantly, but it can still stun on stops. It still has okay damage output, and it can still be used in some niche rotations, and it's really good for pre-popping Witness.
Yeah. XDR's one of my favorite weapons. I ran that thing for so long. The only reason I put it down is because I used it too much. And I like how they just like did nothing but buffs to it. It's got no nerfs, I believe, and I love
Uh,
it.
I think you're right. I think its only nerf is the artifact changing.
Yeah.
All right, another one for the B tier, Eyes of Tomorrow.
Nope.
No, not B.
No. No. No way. No way that thing's B tier.
I mean, the pure ad clear potential alone makes it arguably B tier.
Yeah, but think of this: your heavy weapon that is exotic is your ad clear.
I'm sorry. Do you or do you not run Thunderlord?
That is different. That is not just ad clear. That is also partial damage and champion buster. Eyes of Tomorrow, that is basically pure ad clear almost.
Um,
And its damage to a single target is shit.
that is
Compared
not
to,
true at all. It is the second highest per shot exotic rocket launcher.
let me guess, Dragon's Breath beats it out.
Dragon's Breath doesn't count because all of its damage comes from ignitions. I'm talking about impact based rocket launchers. So the
So,
only one that beats it in single shot performance is Wardcliff.
okay, how's that count? They're
Because
basically the same thing.
Wardcliff shoots shotgun.
Like this. Give it
Fine.
the catalyst of like what's that one perk?
Explosive light.
Enlighten
Give it
act.
fucking explosive
No,
light.
no, give it enlighten action.
Actually, no. Give it firing line.
Oh god, I can't hit crit.
Firing line
It
doesn't
can't
need
hit.
crits, does it?
Yeah,
Give
that's
it
what
a
fire line.
give it a modified version of firing line.
Fire line literally is all about increasing critical hit damage when allies are here.
Okay, well, give it a modified version that's 25% boost for shooting while next to a group of allies also using it.
No, give it inline action. It plays so well into its gameplay already, and if you do need it for damage, it will increase its damage output by increasing its reload and helping with its handling.
Okay, so you
Inline
act
action
as
is
though
perfect for it.
in optimal play, you never actually do a manual reload.
I thought it needed to reload. Like it just gives you your ammo back, but you still need to reload.
No, I know, but like in optimal gameplay, you're either gonna abuse the shit out of Threat of Ascent or Whisper of Impetus or Facet of Command, or some other reload gimmick to make it so you don't have to manual reload. Like in optimal gameplay, that's what you're doing.
I don't think B tiers.
I moved it down to C. I said that a
All
minute
right,
ago. I moved it down to C.
all right. C tier,
Fighting Lion D tier.
absolutely.
Final Warning B tier.
I know how you feel about that gun, and I've seen the numbers for it. I will say it does cook. I will say it does perform very well.
I'm
In
going
B
with B
tier,
tier. I'm not going to be greedy.
yes, you have to look at the actual statistics on ease of use in terms of situations as well.
What do you mean ease of use? You hold button, then
Not,
let go of
not,
button.
not fucking just not of how they actually use it. Like in terms of the situation that you're in, like in the
The
like take that thing to
situation is the unstoppable champion looked at me funny, so I shredded him.
the situation is oh shit, we're in the hypernet current. Yeah,
That took a turn.
it's like, oh shit, that's a tormentor. Let me just hold up the charge.
Actually,
Oh wait,
no.
he's
Here's the thing, though. Like, it does shred tormentors if you use its aimed down sights mode. Like, it unironically absolutely shreds tormentors almost as well as Forerunner, which segues us into our next weapon, Forerunner. B tier.
I yeah, same. Yeah. That rock hits hard though, I will say.
Oh my god. Alright. Another one for the S tier. G Horn.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, I don't have to argue with people over rockets. Let's go.
Dude, it's the I hate that Bungie nerfed it the way they did.
It was needed.
Yep. Shield clip
Um,
comes back from the grave.
so unironically, some numbers were run on Choclip, and Choclip rockets technically have the highest total damage out of every rocket in the game, without any outside damage buffs. They also have the worst DPS out of every weapon in the game. They just have the highest total damage.
We're not getting into the whole stage to shatter damage debate. Fuck that.
Anyway, so Grand Overture is next. I would argue B tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
It fell off mainly due to bullet charge, the nerfs to Vespers, the easily you can lose your you get killed mainly by the lightning.
Here's one that'll make you mad, and also me slightly mad because we both hate this gun, but we also both acknowledge that this gun is absolutely goated. Graviton Lance in the A tier. You can't argue with
we,
it.
we both hate this fucking gun for the same exact reason. You slap it on, you're good. And it just hogs all the kills.
Yeah, which makes it very annoying when you're trying to be a Winterbite Worm Gods Titan and stab Ekthar in the face.
Wait, why? Wait, where did my buff go? Where did it all go? Oh yeah, I shot him with my Graviton Lance.
That random Tether
Dude.
Hunter in the corner shot out a Tether and then shot his Graviton once and everything else disappeared.
I hate Why is it always...
It's always a Tether Hunter. It's always a Tether Hunter.
No. Why is it that whenever I'm trying, like, I make a brand new build, so I take him to somewhere. Sometimes I take him to Onslaught.
Oh, well, that's your mistake.
Brand new build. I just want to try it out and have fun with it. The second I step in, I hear that pee pee, and I immediately press Y to go to orbit. I do not like you, Graviton. I do not like you, Graviton users. I hate you with a passion, but I will acknowledge your gun is way too good, and I feel like it needs a big ass nerf.
Okay, so we're probably going to disagree on this next one. Hardlight, I'm saying C tier.
You wanna know what's funny about that?
I'm really hoping you're about to say you unironically agree.
I took this into ultimatum mode.
Oh, God.
And it worked very well. Like, I was able to put down things with like a single or two shots with a Gear Falcons Hunter on Prismatic. It fucks. It slaps. It really
Okay.
goes hard.
But here's the thing, though. We're in an exotic heavy meta. And by doing that, you lose access to things like Acreus, Winterbite, and Queensbreaker. Or, Lord of Wolves, which is just better than all three of those. It is a special weapon.
I'm not gonna say that it's God tier. I'm not gonna say it's really good. It's good, but I'm not gonna say it's bad or it's subpar. It's above medium and below top.
You see, I put it on the lower end of medium. It would have been the middle, but you made me, or it would have been under the medium, but you made me at an F tier, so now it's just slightly under instead of directly under.
If we're saying what it is, I'd say it's like a 1 out of 10. It's a 7.
Okay, but here's the things it's being compared to: Final Warning, Grand Overture, Cloud Strike, Cold Heart, Conditional Finality, Dragon's Breath. Are you honestly saying it's on par with all of those?
Have you used it on Gear Falcon's build?
No, I don't use Hardlight. I don't use primary weapons.
And that's exactly why people argue with you now.
But I mean, again, are you going to honestly say that it's on par or better than any of those weapons?
You know, honestly, I'd say it could run with them. I'm not saying it's going to be up there with all of them. I'd say it can run with them.
I'm gonna take you at your word because I haven't used it, but I might revisit this in the future.
It gets a 50% damage buff if you activate Radiance, by the way.
Okay. Uh, Lord of Wolves says, point me in a direction and hold the trigger, and they disappear.
Wolves is a funny guy. Lord Wolves is the uncle that just got out of prison that everyone loves now.
Anyway, so another one for the C tier, Hawkmoon.
I wish that shot worked with Lucky Pants.
I can comfortably say that I think Hawkmoon is on par with Ace in PvE.
Yeah.
All right, another one for the B tier, Heart Shadow.
Hmm.
On demand invis and one of the highest damage outputs for an exotic sword.
What tier?
B. As in boy.
I don't know why, but I both can and cannot accept that.
I don't
I
want
don't
to
know why.
accept it, but I'm thinking realistically, like on demand invis is pretty good, but then you also take its damage output and it just keeps getting better and better.
You also have to think that's your heavy weapon, and there's also another weapon on demand invis, but it does require a kill.
Yeah, but Case, here's the thing. You just argued Hardlight into B tier. I'm allowed to argue Heart Shadow into B tier.
Yeah, but why are you defending it? You don't even use it.
I use it occasionally. I don't have a lot of kills on it, but there's some places where I'll use it where I can just like disappear and run around and do my own thing and then come back and everything's fine. All right.
I think I'm gonna let you keep it in B tier, mainly because that heavy attack really does do some damage.
Um, Here's one that makes me sad. Heir Apparent in the D tier.
Huh?
It doesn't have anywhere close to the DPS output of some of the other machine guns or legendary machine guns. It generates less super than the other machine guns, and it doesn't have any ad clear perks, as far as I'm aware.
Its main purpose is to protect you slash uh, kill shit.
If I want something to protect me, I place down a Storm's Keep barricade with strongholds and I hold my block button. And then I keep holding that button while I eat a sandwich because nothing can kill me and they kill themselves trying to hit me.
Tell you what, Bungie gives this thing triple tap.
No, Bungie gets this thing incandescent and it's viable.
No, they give this thing that new perk that's coming out, where it's like sustained damage applies scorch.
So basically,
And
Tommy's matchbook that gives you an overshield instead of damaging you. I can vibe.
it is a heavy weapon, so I would, and it's a big ass gun, so I would imagine that'd be fine.
Anyway, next up for the C tier hierarchy of needs.
They did say they're giving it a rework, so I don't think we could properly judge it right now.
No, we can judge it right now. We can't judge what it'll be then. Right now, I would say it's a C tier. Until that rework goes through, it is a C tier.
It fires too slow and its build up is too hard.
Yeah.
it, it's just like I used this on a GM, like that worm one in the Throne World,
Mm-hmm.
and from afar it destroys entire rooms, but from it's kind of hard to, you know, build it up.
Yeah. Anyway.
And plus, it's kind of gonna let you down up close because its hipfire activates its perk and the. You know, I'm kind of not liking the whole build up stack that they're giving us. I'm really not liking that.
You're getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the
Oh,
A tier,
don't even argue with me about getting sidetracked with our fucking rocket sidearm bait at the beginning of this shit.
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, for A tier is Inagi's.
Absolutely.
It may have fallen off, but it's still one tap tormentors.
It's still a very reliable weapon.
All
It
right.
is. It will not let you down for what it's going to be used for.
For the S tier, Jotun.
Goodbye.
No, 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. D tier. D tier.
In terms of PvE, is kind of shit.
In terms of, yes, it's kind of shit.
Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Give it chain reaction.
No, they gave it incandescent. Fuck you. Anyway, we're probably
Give
gonna
it both.
argue different spots for this next gun. You're probably gonna say A tier. I'm thinking I'm gonna say B tier. Kvastov.
It has synergy that with hazardous propulsion to where it, for some reason, it builds up stacks for hazardous so fast. By by like a third of the mag that you fired, you got all your stacks of hazardous.
You know what
It
else
builds
builds
up.
up hazardous stacks really fast? Multi-mock, and it's a legendary.
Yeah, but Kavasov's fun.
So is multi-mock. Kinetic tremors on an SMG is fun.
I want bullets that ricochet.
I want to shoot something and watch it go burr, burr, burr.
I want to shoot something and watch the bullets of white fly through the air.
Case, you're gonna be shooting that gun one day, and the bullet's gonna decide to come back and ricochet off of you.
I'll bite it.
Anyway, so I'm saying B tier. I don't think it's better than Graviton. I don't think it's better than Izanagi's. I don't think it's better than Bastion, Anarchy, or Aggers. Thoughts?
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. High B tier.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really ordering the individual tiers. Alright, for the A tier, only for this season, Lemon Arc. Thoughts?
The epitome of I come from the shadows and I leave in the shadows.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright.
And I impregnate the shadows.
Hey, yo, what? Anyway, another one for the A tier, Acreus.
Acurus is funny.
Acreus is either really, really good or nowhere
Yeah.
to be seen.
You said D?
A.
Yeah, but Lord of Wolves is putting up the same damage, is it not?
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna put Lord of Wolves in the S tier.
Okay.
Can you argue with my logic?
Well, two things. One, Legend of Acurus. You kind of need to have a punch setup going for it. And then
I mean, not
Lord of
really.
Wolves Lord of Wolves is just
But the thing is,
shoot the
Acreus
gun.
has higher total damage now. It's less. It's the same DPS, but it's higher total damage. So yes, it's slightly harder to use, but in the long run, you're gonna put out more damage. Realistically,
Legend
Lord of Wolves is still going to be significantly better for most
Lord of
people.
Wolves. Lord of Wolves is. I'll quote Dado on this. Just shoot the gun.
I mean, that's a pretty good quote. And I'm not disagreeing with that. That's why I just went ahead and put Lord of Wolves in the S tier. But I still think Acreus deserves A tier because it's still really good.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than Kvastov.
Oh god. Wait, do you remember that? Wasn't there like a mod that when ignition went off, debuffed the target or something back then?
Solar abilities caused 15% weaken.
Imagine that with like a
Throwing
wolf
hammers?
build.
No,
Oh.
imagine that with throwing hammers and Acreus.
Oh, you didn't see the exotics coming out, did you?
Nope, don't spoil it. I want surprise.
You're going to come.
I already had the Titan one spoiled for me, so don't share anymore.
Ah, damn.
Anyway, for the okay,
You're just gonna be mad at the tweaks to the prismatic subclass.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I haven't been keeping up at all. I'm kind of like getting burned out on some of this shit, so I don't care right now. So for
Yep.
this one's gonna cause me an internal debate. Leviathan's Breath. I don't know if I want A tier or B tier.
It is when it's good, it's good, but when it's good, really good, it's really
Well,
good.
I mean, so here's the thing about Leviathans, though. It has not been bad since its catalyst. Once it gets its catalyst, once you have its catalyst unlocked, it will consistently be one of the highest single weapon DPS and total damage weapons in the game.
It is the workhorse of a weapon, and it is just a monster of a bow.
Well, I would hope
Like, it,
so. It's freaking held
it is a.
together by a chain that's longer than 14 people stacked together.
It's also got. It's also got two of the coolest looking ornaments for any weapons I've seen.
But I'm leaning A tier. I'm leaning A
I'm
tier.
not. I'm not disagreeing. I might actually say S tier, mainly because uh, it saved me from not one but two unstops that were rushing me one time.
The
It took down
only
two unstops at once.
the only reason I'm not going to go S tier for this season is until it gets a slight buff or something else gets a slight nerf, it still performs worse than some other easier to use weapons that I would
It
also rank in the A tier.
not to mention when you're using it, you're most likely going to be using it, and the you're going to be hitting with this thing have very easy crit spots, and a bow is incredibly easy to hit a crit with.
Thanks, Bungie, for making arrows be able to teleport sideways through walls to hit someone on the other side.
You and your hipfire bow tactics.
Suck it. Okay, Lorentz Driver.
Lorenz.
I'm gonna say something controversial. B tier. I think Lorentz is
I
better than Arbalest now.
It is mainly because it has built-in ammo uh, scavenging
That's
effects.
not why. The reason why is in duality speedruns, you can use Lorentz to shoot the backpack guys on Keitel damage phases, and the little black hole that it summons destroys the backpacks and gets them off the ground so you can't blow yourself up later.
Not to mention, I used this with the new Void setups that were going around. It's kind of crazy. It's a lot more crazy than you'd think it'd be.
Yeah, so I'm going B tier.
I am not disagreeing with that. It deserves it.
Okay, so here's another one for the S
I
tier.
also want it's like I also want the ornament it got in Seraph because it looks like a Star Wars weapon.
So this is another one for the S tier that might be slightly controversial because of the support frame autos. Lumina.
It needs it needs something. It needs like a unique Firefly effect. Give it like a unique
I think they
light.
should just make it so it heals you when you heal your allies. That's all it needs, in my opinion, for it to be like
It,
significantly better
it
than a support auto.
it's a damage boost though as well. That could stack with a lot of shit.
And the damage boost is slightly bigger than the support frame autos, but the fact that the support frame autos are primary weapons, or not primary, or legendary weapons, kind
They're
of power
auto,
creeps Lumina.
they're automatic healing legendary weapons that are way more reliable, mainly due to the fact that they've got the elemental verb shit with them as well.
And they also don't need kills. They get stacks off of ticks, not kills.
Yet, and it's not even from the weapon itself, it's any source of damage. I'm pretty sure you can have it in your back pocket, deal damage, and it charges up. I'm pretty sure it does that. So,
I still put
Lumina,
Lumina in S tier though. For
dude,
a couple of reasons.
it,
One of them, movement tech. Lumina grapple
it,
skating.
I don't know how they can bring this thing back. Like,
Again, the only thing that they would need to do to bring it back for me is make it so that it can heal you when you heal your allies, not just heal your
like
allies. Like that right there is
PvP,
all it needs.
PvP, absolutely a great ass weapon. PvE, healing auto rifles exist and perform way better and are
I'm gonna
and
be honest, I
it
disagree with that take. I don't think it's better in PvP than it is in PvE. I still think it's better in PvE, and I still think it's significantly better than support autos. I just think it needs a little bit extra now.
again, and the auto rifles just absolutely made this thing kind of redundant in PvE
I mean,
in
it's
terms of
still a
healing
bigger
factor.
boost. In terms of the healing factor, yes, but the damage boost is like 25% larger on Lumina.
Yeah, but it's also just taking up your exotics as well.
Well, I mean, sure, but at the
This
same
thing was made
time,
in an era where healing wasn't a well versed art. It
but
was only like basically the warlock shtick.
Case, you also have to keep in mind the movement tech.
Not everyone uses movement tech.
Um, Everyone should use movement tech. Movement tech is good for you. Shut up if you disagree. I'm
All the
still
casuals be like, what the hell is he talking about movement tech?
Anyway, I'm still saying S tier.
By the way, give this thing an ornament to make it look like what they did to Thorn, with like the light and the dark shit, like the pyramid stuff. Do that to Lumina because it already looks like it already.
Anyway, malfeasance.
Lucky Pants. It's absolutely a shredding monster. It is ridiculously good with that setup.
Other
It's
than the fact that
okay with
Warden's Law
anything
is just
else.
better,
It's okay with anything else.
ignores the fact that Warden's Law is just better.
Well, Warren's Law is no longer attainable the way it was.
I mean, it is. You just buy the Legacy version.
Not the adept version.
Doesn't matter. The Legendary version is better than Malfeasance in every way, shape, and form. I mean, I'm still gonna
Yeah,
argue
but
for
against
B
the
tier.
Taken though, against the Taken though as well.
Yeah, damage tests have shown that Warden's Law still out DPSs.
Really, even with the Taken boost.
I mean, the test was done against Tefend, so it's getting the Vorpal and it's getting the thing. The only time Malfeasance outperforms is if they're taken with a Witherhoard applied, or a Touch of Malice Blight. Because then it's getting a 53% damage increase, not counting its Vorpal weapon increase. So it actually comes out to like 75% damage increase with all three of those things working together. Which, I mean, isn't very often.
It's still very crazy hand cannon.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing that it's good. I'm putting in the B tier, but I feel like
Did you?
it's
Yeah, I'd say B tier.
yeah. All right, another one for the A tier, Merciless.
Mm, hmm.
It's one of the highest DPS weapons in the game.
You
It's used
see,
in so many speed runs and solo runs for raids and dungeons.
I hate how you're right, but I don't like that you are, or that it is the way it is. It's just, why is it so good?
If you want to
And yeah,
see what Merciless can do, pull up Quater's most recent Prophecy speed run where he uses that after doing an Izzy rocket rotation to do the last third of Kel Echo's health bar in less than 10 seconds.
it's crazy. This thing's DPS. This thing is just, it's discount 1K.
The sad thing is, I think it's better than 1K.
Oh my god, you're joking.
No, I argue that Merciless is better than 1K in the situations where you would be using Merciless. 1K's benefit is it doesn't really have a range cap because all of its damage comes from the ignition and the explosion. If
It's a paint, it's a paint and explode type weapon.
I argue that Merciless in a Luna Well is better than 1K by itself or in a Luna Well. It's higher DPS. It's significantly lower total damage, but it's much higher DPS, and it can fit into a lot more rotations.
You said what? B tier?
A tier.
Oh,
I put this thing on par with Leviathans and Acreus.
the old weapons hit hard and hit different. They really do.
All right, for the B tier, Microcosm.
It's not going to do the absolute best, but it's not going to be dog shit or bad. It's mid.
Microcosm is your comfort option.
It's you have it. That's cool. That's better than probably what you got, Blueberry.
Ignore the fact you have to do 3 of the most annoying missions in the game to get it.
He was probably carried.
Probably. All right, F tier, Mida Multi-Tool.
Thank fuck.
Oh,
Hey,
right.
I'm glad you put the F tier. Can I say this? Can I say this?
I should make another tier
If
for
this-
Mida.
No. That's diabolical. That's mean. No, I want them to do something. I want them to do the thing to where you can hold special reload to switch its perk around between one of 3 perks, and that being shoot to loot, rapid hit, and kinetic tremors. I want that option. That way, it has a multi-purpose option and would allow you to use it in more scenarios. It would actually give it PvE purposes. Shoot to loot for safety, kinetic tremors for damage, and rapid hit. Well, rapid hit is just rapid hit, and it's going to exist, and you're not gonna say no to it. So yeah, give me that option to switch between those 3 perks on the fly, and that thing would be well loved. I promise you that.
Anyway, here's one that's going to make half the community hate me and half the community love me. Monte Carlo in the C tier.
It's good, and it's I don't know how. Like the fact that it just lets you with hits regenerate like 10% of your melee ability energy, and with just the chance to just fully refund it immediately is crazy.
All right, for the B
And
tier, Necrocosm.
it's kinetic graviton, and you know how
It's
the only
better
reason I don't.
stuff. Dado would disagree with that, but I'll fight Dado on that one.
I will say this: the only reason I don't hate Necrochasm is the same way I hate Graviton is because Necrochasm is a bitch to get. Unlike me, who got it for free because I got the jackpot.
Suck my left nut. Anyway, D tier, no time to explain.
You know, nothing is just a problem. It's just I don't understand how it could look so good and feel so shit.
There's a lot
In
of
terms of
PvP players that'll fight you on that one.
Not in PvP. PvP, it's amazing. PvE, it feels shit.
Anyway, we're gonna have to speed run a few of these because I'm getting tired. 1K B tier.
Okay.
Osteo Striger B tier.
You put a hard R on that.
Yes, I did.
You better be careful. Better be careful.
So, do you agree both of those in the B tier?
Sure.
Outbreak Perfected A tier.
Absolutely.
Parasite B tier.
Too much work for minimal damage. Not
Polaris...
minimal. You know what I mean? It's too much work for what a damage weapon should be, and it will absolutely destroy something in a single hit.
All right.
It's good for burst, but
C tier Polaris Lance. Until we get a solar season back, I feel like Polaris Lance isn't going to be good. Like this season in particular, I feel like Polaris Lance is just garbage.
Uh, it's a meme cheese weapon. The fact one crit, like you tap the crit, you get the ammo goes back to the mag is crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, another one for the C tier, Prometheus lens.
Oh God, no, no. Uh, I want to put that in D. Put it in D, please. Any incandescent
Why?
trace rifle does the exact same thing.
I mean, this one is significantly better for proccing ignitions on single target. And it's still arguably better than half of the other things in the C tier.
Why are you defending a trace rifle?
I like trace rifles, or did you forget that? I use trace rifles all the time.
Mm.
Granted, I'm usually using my Akazias, but still.
Why are you defending Prometheus so often?
Prometheus Lens was one of my first exotics and is one of the ones that I used the most early on in my Destiny career. But
I,
either
I,
way, despite
I
that,
hate
I
that I
still
also had that. I hate that I
I
also had
argue
the same
that
experience.
Prometheus Lens is better than Hierarchy, Hawkmoon, and Ace of Spades, which are all in the C tier. On top of that, Prometheus Lens can stun 2 champion types this season.
All right, fine, C tier.
Cool.
By
Prospector
the way,
B tier.
I don't go off of the season. I go off of what it can do alone.
Well, I mean, this is a list for the season.
I hate going off of seasonal shit.
I
All right,
mean,
moving on.
if you want to do it by itself,
Move
then
on.
when we get to Thunderlord, it's going into frickin' F tier. Anyway,
That's
Prospector B
damn line,
tier.
you know it. Prospector B tier.
After its buffs, I'd say that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. It can destroy shit now.
Alright, time to piss people off. Quicksilver Storm in the D tier.
It 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 gets 70% on the rocket procking undone, so it can fire 4 rockets per mag now. So
I don't care, D tier.
yeah, I mean Tangle's on command like that without abilities.
Tangles on command. Use literally any strand weapon while running a strand subclass.
Have fun.
Anyway, Wrecking S tier. Never mind. Sorry.
Um,
B tier. Wrecking B
who
tier.
are you? Who are you, Bonnie? B tier, mainly only because it requires everyone running it to get the buff.
Yeah. Red Death in the B tier.
Use this on a solar. Oh wait, no, red. Was
Red
that the
Death.
solar?
It's
Red.
Crimson's big brother.
You mean Crimson's father?
No, it's his big brother. His
Red
father is
Death.
still in Destiny 1. This
Okay.
is Red Death
Red Death.
Reformed.
Red Death. Use this on a specific solar warlock build with the Starfire, and it can actually be very viable. But that's one of a few specific setups. So you said B.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Revision 0 B tier.
Revision 0 B tier. Yeah, I mean, it fucks.
Yeah, I mean, like, it does pretty good, but I don't think it's better than anything in the A tier. Like, it's not better than Outbreak, it's not better than Leviathans, it's not better than Acreus, it's not better than Lemon. You
I will
know?
say it's a pulse rifle for range with built-in uh anti-barrier, and it does pretty good precision damage.
Oh, right. Risk Runner. B tier.
Moving on.
Ruinous Effigy.
I
Uh,
forgot.
it's the Void Trace Rifle
Oh,
that makes the balls.
that. Can I say this? That's a
Really fun to
PvP
use.
weapon. It's a PvP weapon
Case, I have a build that I'm going to use against you later.
in PvP.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's a PvP weapon.
So, what's something really funny you can do is if you make one of
I
the
need to start using
balls,
it more too. I want to start using.
if you hit someone with a threaded spike and then kill them with that, it drops a
I
tangle
saw
and a ball.
I saw the dunks. I saw the dunks.
Yep.
I saw the fucking cross the map dunks before
All right.
TDT's YouTube channel. Remember?
I've died to the dunks before.
You're just
Um,
not allowed to use the insta killing volatile weapon shit. Got it? With any trace rifle like that, you're not
they
allowed to use
nerfed the
that.
shit out of it. Leave me alone.
If it has
Anyway,
almost sniper TTK, it's not allowed.
they nerfed it. It's fine. Salvation's grip. B tier.
Salvation's that fucking
Stasis
piece
Geo.
of shit. You mean?
What do you mean? It basically lets
It,
every class be a behemoth titan.
I hate that you're right.
It can one phase the servitor boss in Vespers. And it's used for so many different versions of breaking out of the map speedrun text. Like
Gonna
all
put
around,
it. Uh,
no, it is
no,
better than everything in
no.
the C tier.
As long as it's not A tier.
I didn't say A, I said B.
I know. As
All
long as
right, time
if
for
it
the C
stays
tier
in.
again. Skyburner's Oath.
Mm, yeah.
All right, B tier Sleeper.
Excuse me?
Sleeper Simulant in the B tier
Why?
because Queensbreaker exists, and so does Scintillation.
This is gonna have higher damage after that. After the season, though.
Scintillation is still going to outperform it.
Yeah, but Queensbreaker?
Queensbreaker won't, but Scintillation will. And remember, I'm doing this off of taking seasonal mods into account.
Leaper kind of think it needs to be an A tier mainly because it's you get it and it's just going to
Well,
blast away
here's the
something.
thing though. Even with particle reconstruction, it's still less DPS than Whisper.
Isn't it better burst though?
No. It's worse total damage and worse DPS.
I still don't like that he put moving target on this. Why moving target?
Because it was a gambit gun.
Ah.
Anyway, for the A tier, after numerous nerfs because Titans and Warlocks do nothing but complain when Hunters have something good, Still Hunt.
We both know that thing was putting out whispers damage, if not better, and it
Uh,
needed it.
it is
And I'm
100% better because if Whisper was matching it pre nerf, then Whisper would have been what was used for Solo Witness.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's why it's got nerfed. I don't think it. What was the nerf on it? Like what? A 30% nerf?
33. They cut its damage by a third
Why? Yeah,
because shooting two full damage golden guns is kind of broken.
yeah, yeah.
Alright, for the F tier Sturm.
Thank God.
For the A tier Sunshot.
A tier? Yeah, go
I
ahead.
I would
Go
say
ahead.
that Sunshot is as good as Graviton Lance.
Solar
And
synergy with it is incredibly good. It's got built-in solar synergy. I like that a lot.
no, it doesn't. It
Yeah, it
doesn't have
does.
any subclass verbs. Those
Pretty sure it
explosions
does.
aren't incandescent. Those explosions are just
Targets
solar
defeated with
explosions.
sunshot explosions in solar energy scorching other nearby targets.
Did they give it subclass energy? When did they do that? Because
Yeah,
that's new.
they gave it in like season of The Witch, like when Crota came out, or before that.
No, no, because it
Yeah,
didn't. It wasn't dealing
yeah.
Scorch during the solar season. Like when
It's got
Dragon's
solar
Breath came out, it
synergy.
didn't have that.
It's
So they
it's got
released that when episodes came out.
No, that's been in the game for a while, dude.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it has.
Dude, I put 20,000 kills on it in less than a month. It did not scorch anything during that time, and that was during Season of the Witch.
It had scorched since when Crota came out. That's the furthest I
I
remember.
used it
But
in day one Crota. It did
it's
not scorch.
it's got scorched.
No, it didn't. That came out when episodes launched. You're gaslighting me.
No, I'm
Anyway,
not. I
uh,
promise it came out way before that.
anyway, Suros regime, F tier. Fuck you. Sweet business, D tier.
Funny Titan build. Go ahead.
Symmetry, F tier.
Wait, what's symmetry again?
Arc scout rifle.
Oh, you said D?
I said F. Scout rifles are in a really bad place right now, and Symmetry
Give it
doesn't have
bolt
any
charge
subclass.
verbs.
Oh, did they
Give it
give it?
bolt charge.
Yeah, if
No.
it gave a bolt charge, it would be in probably C tier.
Yeah, but yeah, F tier, PvE, maybe GMs it can hit something pretty hard.
No,
That
it
was
can't.
it was in match game. I remember now. Never mind.
Anyway, Teraba, B tier. Just because of
Solar
Peacekeeper Titans.
that yep. Go ahead.
Yep.
Continue.
Alright, I feel like I have to make a new tier for this weapon because if I put it anywhere below S tier, the game will break. Telesto goes into the Telesto tier.
For the safety of our souls, our games, and our bank accounts, yes. Mainly yours.
Shut up.
your, your insurance.
Shut up. That does not need to be public information.
I know, it's just funny though.
Anyway. Crap. I changed the wrong thing. There we go. So that goes there.
Telesto tier.
I made it Telesto tier, and I made it purple.
Wait. We might have to put Quicksilver in Telesto tier.
No. Quicksilver is less mean than Telesto.
Okay.
Alright, Tessellation, B tier.
We need to I found a way to make it work, but it's just like, why?
Alright, Chaperone, B tier.
It's not going to be something you want to use, so yeah.
Alright, Colony, F tier.
Yes.
Fourth Horseman,
tier.
A tier.
Fourth Horseman, A tier?
A tier.
And the builds you could do with that, I guess, yeah.
Huckleberry, B tier.
I would actually put that in B tier, Fourth Horseman.
The only reason that it's in A tier is because there's a really funny rotation you can do that involves doing a parasite swap off to Fourth Horseman to solo one phase the Taken Phalanx and Prophecy in less than 10 seconds.
I wouldn't account that one thing.
Also, it can kill the individual panels in Deepstone Crypt in the first encounter in one mag.
So Conquire.
Yeah, but Fourth Horseman shoots faster. It's better for speedrunning. Actually, if you want to look strictly from a speedrunning perspective, you would probably use Wardcliff, but still. Well, it's 50-50. So, like, Wardcliff can one-tap, but if you use Wardcliff, you lose Eager Edge.
Yep.
So, anyway, I still argue Fourth Horseman and the A tier. It has its viability. It has extreme viability and a lot of damage rotations. It's still a decent weapon even after the Rate of Fire nerf. And
it wasn't even a nerf. It wasn't that bad of a nerf. It was just a convenience nerf.
I mean, it did lower its DPS, but like it's negligible.
For like a millisecond.
Anyway, in the F tier, Jade Rabbit.
Yep.
In the C tier, Lament.
Lament and C tier.
It's less damage than Heart Shadow, and it's honestly less survivability than Heart Shadow. And legendary swords are just better than both of them.
Yep.
Last word in the S tier.
Why?
Cowboy go
Are
yee.
you are you serious?
No. Last word in. I want to say C tier. Maybe B tier.
Low B. Low.
Just because Lucky Pants.
Yeah, but
Like, it's higher
there-
DPS than Malfeasance, and Malfeasance made it into the B tier.
let's put it on B tier.
And it's more fun to use. Alright.
That's true. That is true.
Manticore. B tier.
The Titan builds go hard with Peacekeepers.
Alright, Navigator. S tier.
The punch builds.
Well, I mean, it's not just that. It's also just on-demand woven mail. Like,
And level boards.
alright, Queensbreaker. A tier.
Yeah.
Wardcliff. B tier.
Okay.
Thorn. D tier.
Yeah, it's
C tier.
if you got the gauntlets on Warlock, then better.
Actually, that makes me think B tier, maybe.
Really? What do we put last word?
What did we put last word? B tier.
B tier. Thorn.
Yep. Alright. Thunderlord. B tier.
Thank you. I agree with that.
Hey, Case, you want to know something funny?
What?
It still ended up in the same tier as Devil's Ruin. Suck it.
At least you didn't put fucking Devil's Ruin higher than B.
Where's Devil's Ruin? It's going
I'm-
to A. Alright, TQ's Divination, C tier.
I'm busting the Telesto out.
Nope, Telestos and Telesto tier. Be nice. Tom.
Teles?
Anyway, TQ's in the C tier.
Oh wait. We actually gotta rate Telesto like for real, because like the Void Breach shit it does now. Remember?
Well, I mean, for realsies, it's probably a B tier, but it's going into Lesto tier.
Okay.
Tommy's Matchbook, B tier.
Self damage. If you can find a way to mitigate that, healing helmet. But yeah.
I mean, just literally throw a healing aid at your feet, then keep getting kills.
The healing helmet from Warlock, that build is ludicrously good.
It used to be better. Touch of Malice, B tier.
I'd say C.
Its damage output is. Oh shit! Never mind. Devil's Ruin is not in fact in B tier. I lied. So
Oh, was it?
Thunderlord is higher. God damn it.
Yeah. Suck it. You suck it. You suck it.
Anyway, but Touch of Malice DPS value is better than basically everything in the B tiers, except for the heavy weapons, which by
Okay,
itself
wait.
makes it arguably a B tier weapon.
But
Yes, butts are something everyone have.
it severely hurts you.
You see, that's why you play so well.
Yeah, but Will got nerfed a while ago.
And you act like that has changed its use at all.
It hasn't. It's just a bitch move Bungie made that makes it harder for us to live.
Anyway, a new one for the S tier, Tractor Cannon.
Absolutely. On demand tether debuff? Absolutely.
On-demand suppression for the Hive Knights, or Hive Guardians.
Oh, don't even remind me. Goes to the deep was such a bitch.
Traveler's Chosen, C tier.
It's it ability regen's good, but the fact that it's just no, I'm not. It does not have that good of like single target damage compared to what some other things can do.
Trespasser, D tier.
Yeah,
Trinity Goal, A tier.
absolutely.
Truth, F tier.
Yep, that
What's
thing's a piece of shit.
Two-tailed fox? B tier.
Mm, yeah,
I mean, it
I
can
can see that.
stun multiple champion types. It's decent-ish damage per shot, and you know, it does things.
Yep,
It's really good for
yep,
rocket skating.
yep.
Vergla's curve, D tier.
Fairglass Curve, the Stasis Bow. Yeah, I you know how I feel about the charge bows with like their
Yeah.
setups and shit.
Um, Vex Mythoclast. I think we make another tier called Who Has This?
You just got the caddy for it, did you not?
I did, but still. Not a
It's like
lot of
what,
people have
Rampage?
this.
Isn't it?
It's
Isn't it Catalyst Rampage?
Is it Rampage or is it pre Nerf Rampage?
I think it's like a middle ground between the two. I think
Interesting.
it's its own thing.
I still need to complete
Mo-
unlocking the catalyst. I have it. I just need
More
to
res-
unlock it.
more research.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd say it's a solid. I would argue it's A
It,
tier for the season.
oh, I forgot. Use a foe tracer setup with this thing on a hunter. That thing is that laser could like one shot a champion.
Yeah. All right, another one for the A tier, Vexcalibur.
Yeah, the hunter build I have absolutely go to face tank hunter. Yeah, 100%.
All right, F tier, Vigilant Swing.
Yeah,
B
yeah.
tier, Wave Splitter.
Wave splitter, B tier. I like that thing. Yeah,
I didn't put it as high as Agris because its damage output isn't close, but it's still really
it's on
good.
it's on par with Thunderlord in terms of what it can do. They can both stun overloads. They both are able to just destroy things with
Oh yeah,
fast. They're both yeah.
are you
They
talking
can both
about
stun out.
Wave Splitter?
Yeah, wave splitter. They can both stun overloads.
Huh. Oh,
Yeah.
because of the seasonal artifact. I was thinking
Oh no,
intrinsics.
no. It has intrinsic.
Hold up, I just
What'd
tapped
you?
over to Destiny so I can pull this up because I can't
Yeah,
believe that.
collecting overpower grants a period of max power of the stat with automatic reload. Sustained fire with this mode suppresses targets.
Where's Wave Splitter at? I can't find it.
When
Where
it's
is
in
it?
its mag when
Where is it?
it's on the first
It's on the
page.
first page. I was on the third page. There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Max fire mode prolonged damage with the max fire mode suppresses.
Huh.
I know quite a lot about the exotics.
Interesting. Um. Anyway, so I still put that in the B tier. Whisper
Yeah,
A tier.
dude, you gotta put that thing on S.
No,
Why?
because it's
It just got crafted. It's even better than when it was.
and its DPS is worse than Agger's and Lord of Wolves.
You're not wrong. You're not. I think I'm kind of coping with the S tier.
You 100% are.
Probably.
As someone who copes with a lot of guns, you are.
Screw you, but fair.
Tarnished Metal B tier. No, not Tarnished Metal. Wicked Implement.
Wait,
That's the one. Wicked Implement.
wicked.
The Stasis Scout.
Oh, that is kinetic slop Polaris.
And I would argue that it's better than Polaris
I
because
would also agree
it
because
could stun
stasis
two
synergy.
champion types instead of one.
Yeah, the stasis synergy with it is actually really crazy.
Alright. A tier Winter Bite.
You just got that,
Uh huh. Am I wrong?
and it's quickly become one of your favorites, hasn't it?
No comment. Am I wrong? A tier?
No, no, no.
Alright. Wishender
No
B tier.
comment. Wi- Uh, Wish under that is
The bow.
bees. bow. A
I'm
tier,
going
you said?
B tier. So my argument is
I
Arbalest
actually
is
use this.
worse, and Arbalest is in C tier. So this needs to go at
Can I
least
say?
one tier higher.
Can I say this?
Hmm.
Me, as someone who actually likes bows, especially when they are in high-end content, I don't like Wish Ender for popping barrier. I would rather use like a seasonal artifact mod, like say art barrier pulse rifle. I'd rather use that than Wish Ender. I'm not kidding.
Well, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that Wishender is a B tier.
Yeah.
It's better than Arbalest.
Did we put Devil's Ruin on C tier?
We did. I want to move it up.
Too bad.
I mean, it's better than Huckleberry. And we put Huckleberry in B tier.
I don't remember that, but yeah.
I'm putting Devil's Run in B tier. Suck it.
No.
It's in the
No.
same as Thunderlord!
No, it's not.
Top of
No,
B tier. Top of B tier.
No, it is. That shit
All
better be
right.
top. That Devil's Rune better at the top of C tier, and that's as much as I'll give it.
No. B tier.
No.
If
No.
Devil's Ruin can't be in B tier, neither can Rat King.
We did not put Rat King in B tier, did we?
We did.
Put that shit in C tier.
No!
Put them both in C tier where they belong.
All
Put
right.
the other rat. Put the
Thunderlord
other
going
rat.
in F tier.
What?
Anyway, Wishkeeper.
Wish.
It's a
Strand
bow.
wish. The
It's a
strand
suspense thing.
wish. Oh god,
It's
that
got
thing
really
is
bad damage output.
that thing is a fucking
C
weird.
tier? It's
That
a
is
C
the
tier.
paper. That's the paper mache statue that your fucking 5-year-old brought from art class that you just throw out the next day.
That's funny.
That's
Anyway.
fucked, but also fair.
Anyway, I put it in C tier because it can stun unstops
It's really good at stunning on stops.
and not much else. It's not good at
Yep.
killing them. It's just good at stunning them.
Yep.
All right. S tier Witherhorde.
Witherhorde S tier. You know, I don't think I want to put it S tier, but I also want to put
So
it S
my
tier.
mindset for this: one, it's a good ad clear weapon. Two, it's a good damage extension weapon. Three, it is one of the best weapons to use with an Envious Arsenal rotation, which is the current meta for rockets.
It is. It really is. But I will also say this. It is, unfortunately, that nerf they did to its time did affect its performance quite a lot, but it's still really, really good.
Well, I mean, I want you to keep this in mind. One Witherhorde shot on my King Thistle rotation can let me shoot 6 rockets before I have to shoot another Witherhorde.
Alright, hey, S tier it is.
That one statement changed everything.
As long as the Ruin is in C tier along with Rat King.
Fine, and Thunderlord.
No!
Alright.
You know a Thundy belongs in B tier. You fucking know it.
Alright. Worldline 0 D tier.
Wordline 0 needs such a buff.
I want them to give it the what was it? I want them to make it so it can do the double swing eager edge.
Oh god.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. The crafting.
No, not that. Because when eager edge launched, if you had good timings, you could get 2 procs out of it on one pullout. I want them to give it that intrinsically with a better timer. Because it could potentially let you do 2 well or shatter skates off of a single sword pull.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do like a weird thing with like the arc super on Hunter got like some weird synergy with that.
You throw your sword, teleport to where you threw the sword, eat 12 ammo, and kill everything in a fucking 30-meter radius.
Maybe smaller than that, but yeah, something like that.
All right. A B tier Xenophage.
It needs to be better. It really needs to get better.
It does.
Like,
It still has some viability in speed runs, but it's fallen off.
yeah.
All right, so that is it for weapons in this tier list that I found. But there are some other weapons that weren't on this list. Specifically, uh, let me pull it up real quick. Um, it did not have Slayer's Fang
Finalities.
or Finality's Augur or Icebreaker or Barrow
Lodestar.
Dyad or New Land Beyond or Alephanim
Lodestar.
or
Choir of
Lodestar.
One.
So, Choir of One I would put in the A tier. New Land Beyond I would put in the B tier. Barrow Dyad I would put in the B tier. Um,
So
Finality's
far, so good.
Augur I would put in the C tier.
All right.
Slayer's Fane I would put in the D tier.
I would argue C, but all right.
Icebreaker I would put in the A tier.
Really good. Really good.
Alephanim I would put in the S tier.
Ammo generation, good.
Pretty much. And I believe that. Oh, and Lodestar I would put in the B tier.
Yeah. It's just Arkiplier. It's the Arkiplier gun.
Oh my god.
It's just almost like a generic
Am
arc
I missing
S
anything? I
weapon.
believe that's it. Yep, that's it. All right.
All right.